guys, today I'm here with Dorito, as you can see again, and today I thought we could talk about my top 5 beginner pets that I think that would be good for everyone else. Now before I get started, sorry about my hands, I fell, so I have like band-aids all over them. That's why I'm gonna not try to hold Dorito because his claws kind of hurt, or his nails. But so today, before I get started, I want to say I have not owned any of these animals. This is just plainly on research. And in my next video that I'm going to do next Friday, I'm going to talk about our bearded dragons in particular good pets. And as many of y'all know, Dorito is my first reptile, so that's technically a beginner pet. And I personally don't think bearded dragons are a beginner pet. But if you do your research, I believe any animal can be a beginner pet. Whether it's a supposed leopard gecko or all the way to a tegu or some wild, very difficult, a chameleon, something very hard to own. So that's just something I want to put out there. I mean, also something else is, if you want an animal, like I wanted Dorito, but he's not really, bearded dragons aren't really a beginner, that's a tongue twister. Bearded dragons are not really a beginner pet, but I did my research 6 to 8 months. It can differ on whoever you are, but he's my first reptile. So I think as long as you're doing your research and as long as you want that pet and you're ready for that responsibility, then yeah, you can definitely take care of him. Say hi, buddy. He's gonna go back there like he usually does. But yeah, let's just get started in the video. Here, buddy. Can you not get in my hair though? Okay, let's just get started in the video as he climbs. So the first, I'm gonna go from the easiest to the hardest out of the 5 I have. So the first one is the crested gecko. So I personally really want a crested gecko, but that's the next animal I personally think I would get, or leopard gecko. But we'll get to that in a second. I personally think leopard gecko or crested geckos are very easy to take care of. Number one, they're very calm. A lot of reptiles, especially if they're not tamed and taken out of their cage, can be very aggressive and like not docile. But in general, crested geckos are very calm animals. They also are easy to take care of, so they're not as complex as bearded dragons. They don't need so much work. Here, you wanna? He's gonna. They're not. Oh, he's joking me. Okay, well we're gonna let him go down there. Let me see if I can hold you. The pink you just ripped off. Yeah. Okay, well he might not be shown in this video because he keeps on ripping off my band-aid. I don't want my like my cuts to get infected. But anyways, they're also something, they don't need heat. So crested geckos don't need heat. They are very easy to take care of. They don't need heat. The 2 main factors that make them not an easy beginning pet, although they are very easy to take care of, is some people are afraid because of their tail where they drop it. Reptiles, a lot of reptiles can drop their tails, but crested geckos, it don't affect them. Bearded dragons can do it. Here, let me see if he'll sit on my knees and you can see him. Come here. There we go. Well, you ain't gonna see him. But they're nocturnal, so if you want an animal, maybe go for some other like that's not nocturnal. That's the only thing about crested geckos that I would say are bad. Otherwise, crested geckos are pretty easy to take care of. The next animal, so number 2 on our list, is buddy. There we go. Is leopard geckos. So many people, the first reptile you really think of are like snakes or geckos and stuff like that. So leopard geckos are the next on the list. They, contrary or in contrast from crested geckos, something is different. It makes them second on the list is they do need heat. So they need heat. And so where crested geckos don't need heat, that can help you in taking expenses and taking care of them. So leopard geckos do need heat. They are still very easy to handle. One of the easiest reptiles, in my opinion, to handle. Although they can drop their tail, but it's not good for them, so you don't want to be tugging on that tail. I know, especially for little kids, they might do that. That's something to be aware of. That's really it. Leopard geckos are pretty easy to handle. I want to say anything's wrong with them. They're pretty calm. They're pretty docile. They need about a 40-gallon tankish. Somewhere around that. You can definitely obviously go above that, but yes, the next animal which I definitely want to have in the future is, come up here, is a corn snake. Corn snakes are probably one of the easiest beside boas, which I did not put on this list, but we're gonna put that like any small snake really, but I just put corn snakes because I feel like that's more common. So anything from a sand boa to a corn snake, your smaller snakes, but especially corn snakes, where you going, are easy. Snakes, corn snakes in particular roughly only get to 4 to 6 feet. They're pretty low maintenance. They live long, so if you're looking for an animal that lives long and is easy to maintenance and is a snake, you can go for corn snakes. And the next list is ball pythons. In particular, I think ball pythons are pretty easy. Now, I would not say they're the easiest of your snakes because they can get larger. They're not going to get gigantic, but they can get pretty large compared to your smaller snakes like sand boas and corn snakes, but they're low maintenance. I would say one thing you need to be informed on is shedding, because sometimes they can have trouble shedding. They are picky eaters, so they might not want a mouse or a rat that day, or they might want it live or frozen. So just depending on what ball python you get, it's kind of like bearded dragons with their greens. They're very picky eaters. Some days they might take it, some days they might. Some days they want collard greens, some days they want mustard greens. So it's kind of like that in similarity. One good thing is they do not eat often. So snakes compared to your geckos or things like bearded dragons, they don't need as much. They don't need that much protein and much to eat. So where your bearded dragons need to eat 2 times a day, and for adults in particular, now that Dreed is adult, I feed them 3 times a week now, and I feed them like 5 adult tubia roaches, and so 5 to 6. It just depends on how much he will take. But they only need like 1 mouse a week. But that's pretty much it for your ball pythons. Oh, one thing else is you need appropriate tank size. Pretty much for all of these, but because rather than corn snakes where they only get to 4 to 6 feet, where ball pythons get quite a bit larger, they need larger tanks, which can be an expense cost if you don't have enough money. Then you might want to go for a smaller snake like a sand boa or a corn snake. The last one is Russian tortoise. Now, I wasn't going to put any type of tortoise. I was going to pick another reptile like a day gecko or something else that was pretty easy. But the reason I decided to put this on is because I feel like tortoises or turtles are very commonly owned. A lot of people own them, and the misconception is they live very long, and then people end up throwing them away or giving them to someone else, and then they don't realize that. So they want a turtle, but then they don't realize how long they live. Or they get too big and then they have to upgrade, and sometimes they have to live in your local yard. So I decided to put the Russian tortoise or turtle on here. Once again, they do live long, but they are a relatively smaller tortoise. They get up to 8 to 10 inches compared to your ones that are like massive in size. But they are they're not as expensive for they're not expensive for turtles, so they may be like, I think they're like, I haven't had one, so I'm pretty sure they're like $60-$70. Of course they can rate higher or lower, just depending on where you get them. But yeah, they're also, if some turtles aren't as active, and some people want an active turtle, and Russian turtles are pretty active. They love being around, and they're just one of the easiest turtles that you can own. And because sometimes turtles can be very complex, I felt like I should put that on there. So these were the 5 easiest pets or reptiles to own. If you want one on a rodent or small animals, I can do that. I've owned hamsters in the past. Or if you want more, next week I'm planning on to do our bearded dragons beginner pets, because I believe, my opinion, I'm going to go way more in depth on this. I believe bearded dragons are not beginner pets, but they can be. So that's what I'm going to answer that question next week. So stay tuned for Saturday's video. I keep on saying Friday. I think I said that earlier in the video. They upload on Saturday. I just record them on Friday, so that's why I say that. But besides that, that's all for this video. You want to come here, Trina? He's looking outside. I have my window open a crack so you can see outside. He's by, I know, I can't hold you good. It's my finger in your nails. Yeah, you can like, before I end this video, do you want to say once again, I've never owned any of these animals. This is from research. Also, please do your research, whether it's the easiest animal on the planet, or even a dog, or the hardest complex reptile you could ever own. Just please do your research that benefits you and the reptile, or any, any animal. But once again, you're choking me there, buddy. Once again, you can like, subscribe down below. I love seeing your comments. My Instagram link is linked down below. I'm doing next week's video, like I mentioned. Dorito got off my shoulder, so I guess I'll just say bye. So, bye.